Do you read me?
Be advised, you are coming in weak and unreadable.
Say again, Com Tower. This is Pacho. Do you read me? Over.
Pacho, this is Com Tower. I read you Lima Charlie.
Com Tower, Com Tower. Request permission to launch and commence the field op. Over.
Stand by. Pacho, permission granted. I say again, permission granted.
Roger that. Launching podcast in 3, 2. You are now entering the field op with your host, Pacho Correa, Chief Warrant Officer 3, United States Marine Corps retired. Get some. Hurrah! Get some. All right. What's going on, everybody? Another Baby Friday is upon us, and this week is almost over. The weekend is almost here. Thank God. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. We got a great show for you today. So before we get started, let's get all the pleasantries out of the way. This show is brought to you by Castle Global Services. At Castle Global Services, they have an arranged of services, both residential and commercial. One of the great services that they have right now is, now that all this, let's just say that this matrix related couple of years with pandemic and whatever is over with, it's called Truby. And what Truby is basically, you go in, you pay a membership. There's a basic membership and there's a full-blown membership. You can make monthly payments on it. It's fantastic. I believe it's $300 for the basic, and annually you can make payments on it for the $700 one. But it is absolutely amazing. It's basically, you get your own travel concierge, and they have super discounted tickets, hotels, and everything else. And another great thing about it is that if you got to travel to a country like, I'll just use Qatar for example, since I was just there living there, myself and my wife. They have a concierge that helps you with the visa process, and get you all approved and all that good stuff. So that's one of the great benefits that it has. I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic service to utilize, as well as, there's other countries that have many requirements. They get you all taken care of, in addition to, having great discounts. Because thank God that the world is finally opening up, because I myself, I love to travel, and these last couple of years has just been kind of hard, right? So get yourselves out there, see the world, discover, be out there and get to know all the people from other countries. And also this show is also brought to you by Primerica. Primerica is a fantastic organization that helps you not only protect your asset and your income, but in addition to that, they help you how to make money, save money, and get out of debt. So one of the great things that you can do is you can go on the show link bio right there, go on the website, request, they can help you conduct a financial needs analysis, and all that is, it gives you a pretty good view of where you're at, as far as where is that your debt and where your money is going, and and they can also help you out. And hey, this is where you can be in XYZ in this time frame, and here's the blueprint, and here's how to do it, among many other things. So go ahead on the show bio, give them a link. Help. It is a veteran owned organization as well. At least that franchise that's on there. Both of the companies are. So check them out. You go to ACNIBO, Castle Global Services, acnibo.com, and the other for Primerica as well are on the show description. And since we're talking about the VA and how they're helping veterans now, here's an awesome message from the VA.
Hi, I'm Mike Richmond of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs with this message for veterans. Did you serve in the military? Veterans deserve world-class health care. You can help by joining the Million Veteran Program. MVP is VA's national voluntary research program to better understand how genes affect health. With over 900,000 veteran participants, MVP is one of the largest research programs in the world, with breakthroughs in PTSD, depression, heart disease, cancer, and more. With your help, the program can make more discoveries in areas that matter most to veterans. Go to mvp.va.gov to sign up or call 866-441-6075 to schedule an appointment at a participating VA. You don't have to receive your care at VA to join. I'm Mike Richmond.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing, and the VA has gotten a whole lot better. But I highly encourage that you utilize their services because you know why let your benefits slide by. Anyways, in addition to the VA and all the other great sponsors that we have, hey, this show wouldn't be anything today if it wasn't for the great Constitution of the United States, First Amendment, and as well as the right, the Second Amendment, so freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. I think that says it all right there. And if you like this show, stick around. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, let everybody else know. And if you ever want to be a part of the show, hey, you can send me a message as well. But if you like what you hear, stick around. If not, go ahead and check out some from situadio.com, like the Todd DeBow Show. I podcast that by Brian Colburn, who's been on our show, and as well as Combat Vet Vision by Chief Aaron Siebert. So, anyways, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the show. So, over the last couple of weeks, I've been receiving some pretty cool news. I've been talking with, I've been doing buddy checks here and there, talking to all the friends of the that have been on the show, among others. So you know the growing trend right now, and again, this is why I keep preaching to you, listener, is now it's a fantastic time right now to apply for your benefits. Well, what do I mean by that? Is because the PACT Act has opened up a lot of doors for folks who, doesn't matter how long you've been out or anything like that, has opened a lot of doors, and they've been very you know very gracious, I guess is the word that I'm looking for, maybe possibly, in the sense that they're approving, and a lot of people are getting 100% disability rating, PNT, permanent and total, which is duly deserved, in a lot of cases. You know, I have a lot of friends too, and a very close friend of mine, who has yet to take me up on the whole, hey, let's get your benefits and claims and going. And I get it that we get busy, but eh, you know they've said it more, from time to time. Well, I don't deserve it. It's for you guys who've been on active duty. Uh, you know, I just did 4 years, and blah blah. You guys gave you pound flesh and blood. I didn't go to Iraq, and this. It doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter. We're doing we, and I just say it as that's what it doesn't sound like I'm pointing fingers, but anyways, look. The bottom line is, you raised that right hand. You had the intestinal fortitude at the very young age of 18 to say, hey, in the event that something goes really really bad, or if I got to go to an austere environment, austere meaning place far away, really crappy, but it's just one of those buzzwords that we like to use in the military. Now we got to go somewhere far away, doesn't matter where. God forbid it's something bad is going on over there. You have this blank check that you can cash with my life on it. You sign that dotted line. So the point I'm trying to make is that, while we're going through boot camp, where you're hiking with really heavy backpacks, you're being transported out of vehicles, you're putting your body at a very young age through some serious things that it's just like anything, being in the safety world. We talk about cumulative trauma. In other words, trauma over time, whether it's, and I'm specifically talking about, I guess, occupational related trauma, in the sense that, hey, it's kind of like saying, basically, that person who types a lot on a keyboard, they get carpal tunnel. That's kind of what I mean. So we're jumping out of vehicles, being all motivated, hoorah, hooyah, get some, rah rah, woof woof, jumping out of vehicles and doing all this stuff in the name of glory and America and the Constitution, all that good stuff. And at some point in time, all that stuff is going to catch up with us because the service is going to end. Bottom line, whether you do one enlistment, two, or you push all the way due to 20, or you end up doing the full max of 30, whatever. We put our enlisted officer, doesn't matter. We're going to put our bodies through some shit, some pain, and it's going to catch up with you. How do I know this? Because I am one of those guys. I was all motivated. I'm not going to go to the clinic. We call it sick call. I'm not going to go to the medic in the army. I'm not going to go to the clinic. I'm hardcore. I'm just gonna muscle through the pain. I'm just gonna a lot of Motrin and drink some water and change my socks and push right through it. Here you are later on after the service. Those things catch up with us, folks. They're going to catch up with you some way, somehow, whether it's the physical stuff or the mental stuff, or maybe even both, like yours truly right here. So, get the point I'm trying to make here is that go on eBenefits if you don't have an account. By the way, eBenefits kind of over the last couple of years, they work side by side, but there's a new website called va.gov. So if you go on eBenefits, before you would start the process on eBenefits, you will log in there, start the claim process, and blah blah blah. Now it's kind of you start the VA. Oh, you're going to submit a claim, then it takes you a hyperlink to va.org, and that's where you do everything else. So I think what I'm foreseeing is that since they're updating a lot of things, which is fantastic, and by the way, it's actually a little bit more user friendly. It eventually within maybe the next year or two, I don't know, but their e-benefits will probably end up going away, and everything will be through va.org, which is good. So, and that's where you can get all your letters, for proof of disability and so on and so forth. So, start the process there, get an e-benefits account, and then submit a claim. Don't make that determination. You've heard me say this before. Don't make that determination for the VA through anything and everything, that kitchen sink all up in that claim, because some way, somehow, everything is tied to, while you were in the service. A lot of us didn't go in it. Shit, I didn't snore when I was before I went in. And now I have sleep apnea. And I mean, a lot of people, oh, well, you're over, no, it's just, I'm not overweight, or, I mean, I snore. I stop breathing sometimes. Just talk to my wife. So, you want all those things to you be compensated for it, because as we get older, things are going to get worse. I mean, it's unfortunately that's your body is kind of on its on that downward slope. So you want to be able to be taken care of is the bottom line, because just like we say in safety, and as well as I've heard this repeatedly before I retired, is, hey, if it's not on your medical record, you're not gonna, they'll treat you for it, but you won't get compensated. Sometimes you may end up paying out of pocket uh, because it's not on your medical record. So you want to get that stuff going. So a lot of my friends, as I reached this week, and I got a couple of phone calls. Hey man, I finally got my PNT. It took me XYZ years. Um, they connected me. Thanks for connecting me, because we've had Jane Babcock in the show, which by the way, I'm trying to bring her back on the show. I asked her to be here today, and she would graciously love to be here. However, she is visiting her mother-in-law, and they got up in the north, up in the northeast area of the United States, and she's basically snowed in. And she says, "Hey, there's another snowstorm coming in. Hopefully, we can get out of here tomorrow and make our way back home." So, hey, we wish her a safe drive and a safe journey back home, wherever that may be. So, but we're trying to have her back here on the show, and that way she can, give us some more tidbits. Because I've had a lot of friends contact her, and basically, even though she's retired as a county veteran service officer, she still helps veterans, 'cause she's a veteran herself. So in one case, she helped my buddy out, who he hopefully will have him here in the next show or two, and Caesar. and he finally, after he was able to finally get his heart taken care of, and I don't want to give too much away for when he's here, but he also got his PNT, and as well as our show director and owner of SitchRadio.com, Brian Colburn. He too got his designation after many years of going back and forth. So you want to get that process going, so that way it helps you out, and it opens a lot of doors when you're 100%, folks. It just opens a lot of doors for other benefits that you deserve, excuse me, and that you work for. So and I'm tying all this stuff in because it makes sense. Yeah, what do I mean is that, hey, we're on active duty. We don't have to worry about the dentist getting, the ophthalmologist, your administrative audits and all that good stuff being done, because even as an officer, senior enlisted, it doesn't matter. We're kind of spoon fed, and we're very well taken care of and spoiled, if you think about it. And I'm not trying to say that. It just we take a lot of these things for granted, because every 6 months, you somebody from personnel office or S1, they're, hey, hey, Gunny, hey, Chief Warrant Officer, you're due for your, administrative audit. Please come on in here. Oh, okay, let me do that. You go in. Hey, are you beneficiaries still up to date? No, as a matter of fact, they're not. I'm now divorced or whatever. Let me get this taken care of. Hey, is your SGLI designation still there? Are these folks still getting all this? Oh no, they're not. Or hey, it's time for your medical audit. Come on down. Or hey, you know what? You're due for shots. You're due for this. You're due for this stuff. Or hey, by the way, you're due for your annual cleaning. And that's when they find out, hey, you got a yuck mouth. You're a class 10 dental. Uh, you got to come back next week. So everything, all those things, when you're doing all these checkups and things, if they find issues or whatever, medical issues, or something wrong with your teeth or your vision, then they set you up for the next appointment to get your glasses, to this, to that. I mean, shit, they're even doing PRK, as well as what's the other one? Surgery in your eyes to get glasses. I forgot, man, I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyways, that's for a long time, for 14 years. Back in '03, after coming back from Iraq, I got eye surgery, and it was great. I didn't have to for like 14. It lasted like 14 years. I didn't have to wear glasses. It wasn't up until like 2018 that I started, getting glasses. But all these things are done for us that we again we take for granted, because it's easy. Now we're out of the service. We don't have, so by being 100%, these are benefits that you can leverage at your job, because now you're 100%. If for those of you who are still employed, you can leverage that with your employer. Hey, look, the VA takes care of me. I get my eyes, my teeth, and even my med, because you could get all your medical done through the VA, regardless. Again, regardless of what you may think of them and whatever. There are some really awesome clinics and some really great hospitals that the VA provides. There's an issue even in the private sector. I can tell you, because I've seen it and I've dealt with it. So so you can leverage that. Now that you have benefits, you can leverage that with an employer and say, hey, look, can I get more time off, more vacation, more, because I already got my medical done through it. You can use those things as a tool. There's a lot of benefits on that aspect. But also, there's a lot of state benefits, depending on, like here in Florida, Texas, and a couple of other states. If you're 100% service connected, that automatically, your state taxes, your home, your property taxes are reduced, or they even go away. You get free, you can hunt and fish for free, for those type of licenses, and many other different things that can help you put some of that money back in your pocket, and maybe you can invest it or put it in a vehicle that will make you a little bit more money, so for later on in life. Or or some folks also get some benefits as well, like California, Texas. I don't know. I'm not sure about Florida, but I know for sure those two states. If you're 100% service connected and disabled, your kids go to school for free. State school, state school. Depending on some other schools, there may be some additional reduction on their chapter 35. I think they it's a reduction of what you pay, but a lot of great benefits out there that that you can benefit and save money because I mean, things aren't getting cheaper, folks. So you want to be able to do yourself that justice and go on again, circling back to e-benefits and enroll and get the process going. And if you're having issues with your claims, reach out to me. I'm not a VSO. I'm not one of those a lawyer or whatever. By the way, don't ever pay. Do your best not to pay somebody. Although there are some organizations out there, and and they help out. However, there are before you get to that point, there's many other resources that yeah that are out there that you don't have to pay prior to getting to that point. But go on e-benefits or get an advocate to help you navigate through all those stuff because they speak the better language. I will post. There is a Discord video out there that, as a matter of fact, I got from Brian. So shout out to Brian. I will put on the website once again, and you could go on there. And this video walks you through the process. And you go on Discord. It has the Code of Federal, the 38 CFR, 38 Code of Federal Regulations as it relates to VA claims and what is the process and how to navigate. And if you want to do it yourself, have at it. That's great. But this video actually walks you through and the language that you need to throw in there in order to make your case, present your case. Because here's the thing: is that those people who are evaluating those claims, they are not doctors. Some are veterans, some are civilians. So they just go off a chart and some paperwork right next to them as to how they're going to rate you um, for that claim that's coming in. So it is in your best interest to put all that, your case, put it in a packet and in a way that they can you want to make it as easy as possible in a way that they can understand and leverage and give you the best bang for your buck. Because if you don't and you're vague and you don't have enough leverage, your case may get reduced, actually, like it almost happened to me, or it may get increased, and now you're fully compensated. And if you submitted a year ago and it's taking you that long, excuse me, that long to submit that claim, they're going to backdate it to when the clock first started ticking. So that's what I keep saying: go on the website, create it. If you don't have an account, do so, but submit that paperwork, and then get the clocks so that it starts ticking. Because all that time, it accumulates time. Once this decision is made, it's going to go back to when you initially filed that claim. So I've had one of my friends who got to talk to Jane. She gave him some really good information. I mean, boom, he's getting a nice payday because of all the things and the language that he utilized. So I highly recommend that you do yourself the justice and then get those benefits that you so deservedly earned. I mean, as I mentioned in the beginning, we gave our body, mind, and soul, and and this great country of ours got more than their fair share of not just a pound of flesh, but they got that and then some, because we want to do what's right for this country. Now it's now that as we're getting older, you want to be taken care of and be compensated for those things. It's not selfish. It's not being greedy. It's just that how else are you gonna, with those monies can, I'm sure they can put more food on the table. They can help out with other things. If your kids or you're somebody struggling, you can help them out with it just a little bit more cash in your pocket. And God damn it, bottom line is you earn that stuff. So if you need assistance and you want me to point you in the right direction, I will more than gladly do so, like I've done with these other folks, and help them out and get the process going. Now I tell you this, I will show you the way, and I'll do my best to help you out. However, the work has got to come from you. It can't come. Oh, sorry about that. I almost knocked my computer out. It can't be. I can't. It can't be 100% me. Does that make sense? So because again, as I mentioned in the past, my time is very valuable, and I will do my best to help you out but this is gonna be a lot of work, more work from you than it is for me because I mean, I also have a family and other things that I need to do. But I love to help out, and because I want to make sure that you get what's yours. So, anyways, it's been. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a day, everybody. If you have any further questions, throw your comments right there on the show comments, and I will do my best to get to them as soon as possible. And but before we go, if you've been struggling with ruminating thoughts, depression, anxiety, all that stuff, there's a lot of tools out there that can help you, get through whatever it is that you're going through. But if you don't want to do that, reach out to me, reach out to the VA, Military One Source, TRICARE. And there's a lot of resources and organizations out there that can help you out because everything is temporary. Nothing, absolutely nothing is that bad that you should take your life and end it. Okay. We want you here. While it's great to, Facebook challenge and all this other shit you see on social media about 22 push-ups. Bottom line is that those push-ups, those, 300-mile hikes, and they're not going to bring you back. They're not going to bring those lives back. And we want you here because you matter. So with that being said, everybody, Index, hoorah, get some Aistemas, Daisuki, and I'll see you next week, everybody. Yacht! Bye-bye for now.